Blood Bowl was the first ever game I designed. And I think the very first edition of it was great idea. Orcs and goblins playing a version of American football, really, is where it started out. And it was funny and enjoyable, but the game mechanics weren't quite there. I think that it worked as a game, it's perfectly fine, but it was something that I didn't think was really groundbreaking. But the third edition of the game, the one that's basically currently available now, was the first time where I designed a game where I thought, I think I've designed a classic game. Another project that I worked on, which was very important for me, was the second edition Codex Chaos. What we do in the studio is a bit like making a film. It's a team effort, and you definitely have people who direct that thing kind of along. So you have your equivalent of the director, might be the games developer, but really it's about getting a group of people and getting them inspired and thinking on the same wavelength, and then letting them work together and spark off each other. And the last codex I worked on was the Dark Angels Codex, and lots of things in there came out of that kind of like one person would have an idea. Wouldn't it be interesting if we said the Master of the Raven Wing can ride a jet bike? And then another person said, oh, that's a great idea, I could do a fantastic model of that, it would look something like this. And that kind of thing. It was just it's very exciting when it happens, and that the sum is greater than its parts. And my third big lesson, which is a very recent one, was my son starting to collect a Blood Angels army. Now my son's about 13 years old now, and just recently he decided to get into Warhammer 40,000. So, really without any prompting from me, I didn't push him into it and things like that. He just went out there and decided he wanted to collect a Blood Angels army. The experiences that he went through in terms of collecting that army, how it started out, and the problems that he ran into in terms of understanding the way to put the army together and how to use it, so it was a very salutary lesson for me, and it made me realise that it's very easy to assume knowledge on the part of people. And new people joining in with the hobby don't know those things. And you really have to tell them, you have to be focused on it. And so the lesson that I learned from that is that you must be very, very cautious about assumptions of knowledge, and you must watch out for them like a hawk. Say, am I assuming knowledge? Does this need to be explained? You mustn't assume that people know it. Coming to AdeptiCon has been, really, it's been an enjoyable experience, but it's been really useful too. I heard about AdeptiCon last year, and I actually invited myself. I basically said, oh, that sounds really interesting, there's some cool things going on there. Lots of people saying this is like one of the best tournaments to go to. I think what I see more than anything else is a real community spirit and an attitude towards the gaming which is about the joy of the hobby. Sportsmanship is about trying to make sure that your opponent has an enjoyable time. It's about thinking about your opponent and worrying that they're going to like the gaming experience. And I think that's a very deep concept. And I think that for me it epitomises what sportsmanship's about. And I would say that for Games Workshop games it's fundamental, and that really they work much, much better if you put sportsmanship above winning.
By the time all was said and done, over 700 enthusiasts from as far away as California and Florida contributed to the chaos and glory that became AdeptiCon 2007. We want to thank each and everyone who came by and joined us. Without you, there is no show. AdeptiCon 2008 is at present planned for April 11th through the 13th of 2008 at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois. We hope that any who view this videograph will join us there and be part of what promises to be an even larger, more spectacular event. May he who sits on the golden throne protect you all.